everyone. Very good morning to all of you here. Thank you so much for joining this meeting this Monday morning. I know in Africa it's night time right now. It's actually 10. It's 8. It's a little past 8 o'clock. My name is James Imwangamba. I live in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. I am the president of the African chapters of the African Trade Network. I would like to really welcome all of you and to thank you for taking your quality time to be here. I know you could be somewhere else doing some other things, but you have chosen to be with us. And for that, we are honored and we feel very, very privileged and grateful. So as usual, we would start by allowing every single one of us to introduce themselves for a minute or two. But before that, I would like to very briefly tell you about the African Trade Network. So this network was founded by our very own brother, Franklin Marshall, a few years ago as African Diaspora Trade Association. And we met in Tanzania 2 years ago, and I was really inspired and excited about the vision, and it has now evolved into becoming African Trade Network. The purpose of this is to actually help people prosper via business and entrepreneurship, and in the process allowing or enabling people to be employed via different businesses across the world. The operations are now happening in America and Africa, but the goal is to be able to expand across the globe and go to other parts of the world like Europe and Asia. So yeah, with that being said, there's a lot going on, and as you join us, you'll be able to understand and know quite a number of those things that are actually happening. Plus, how to join us. That will be a part that will be covered towards the end of the meeting. So yeah, I'm going to be calling out names as they appear on my screen. Trust me, it's going to be random. I mean, I'll just pick up on any name and ask you to introduce yourself. And even if it seems that you are repeating and introducing yourself because you did it a couple times before, but we now know for sure that the more you talk about your vision, about your business, sometimes you basically get to become even clearer, you clarify your thoughts, and you make your vision even clearer, which is a great thing to do as far as success is concerned. I'm now going to go sort of alphabetically, and Brother Fred Jordan, you're really welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
This morning. I know it's in America, it's in the morning. You'll forgive me for that. So I'm going to go over to Don Steiny. You're welcome, brother.
Good morning and good evening, depending on where we are in the world. I'm a researcher and business consultant and longtime friend of Franklin, and I spend maybe at least 10 or 12 hours a week working on helping African Trade Network. And I think right now the biggest help you can give me is to be very involved in African Trade Network and give me all of your ideas and be enthusiastic supporters of it. So that's what I need right now. So I'll talk a little bit later. I'm going to share some of my experience and knowledge about how funding works on Saturday, and I'll talk about that a little later.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm sure at some point you will tell us more what you will cover on 27th when you talk about angel investing. Or would you like to, share something even slightly, a little bit of it?
Okay, sure. I might as well do it and say what I'm going to say now, which is that a lot of people have misconceptions about how investing and angel investing works. And basically just saying quickly is that venture capitalists are people who invest other people's money into startup businesses. Angel investors are people that invest their own money into startup businesses. And you have to ask the question is, if an angel investor invests in your business, how are they going to get their money back? And it may turn out that an angel investor isn't really the kind of investor that you need for your business. So I'm going to talk about what it is that an angel investor is looking for, how angel investors work together. But then I'm also going to talk about some alternatives to angel investors that might be more appropriate depending on what it is that you're trying to achieve. And so give you a kind of an outline of how different funding methods are going to be able to work for your business.
I am now going to move on to Alicia Rochelle, Queen Alicia. Queen Ejindu has said that we call you Queen Alicia, so you're welcome.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you.
So glad to have you, James. Yes, my name is Alicia Rochelle. I am the president of the African Trade Network for the United States. I'm also a mother of one, now a grandmother of one. He's 3 weeks old.
Wow.
And I take care of my grandmother. She's 93. She'll be 94 in November. And this is what I've been doing for quite a long time. So I've been running my business, which is Captured Moments by Alicia Rochelle, LLC, since 2021, but I've been officially as an LLC, but I've been doing this since 2015. And I've been capturing photos and videos and consulting different businesses on some branding things and creating logos and whatever they need for their business for some time. I do whatever I can do. And if I don't know how to do it, I'll find out how to do it. So I love working with small businesses and people who are really excited about their passion about what they're trying to do with their life to change their trajectory and to, you know, just go on into making their own money, not necessarily working for someone. So I love it. I love working for myself. It's good for me and the way my family is set up. So how the African Trade Network can help me is just helping me with better business sense so that I can take my business to the next level financially. And so I can employ people. I want to employ people, teach them what I do, and have more hands out there doing the type of work that I do in the field.
Wow. And if I can ask, congratulations, first of all. I mean, the position of being a grandmother and taking care of your grandmother, I mean, that's incredibly amazing. How many people are you looking to employ? Do you have any picture, maybe in the next 2 years or in the next 12 months? Any idea?
I'm thinking, wow, not too big, you know, because I have so much going on. So maybe about 4 or 5 people, just a small amount right now. More if possible. Now, if the movement is going faster, if things are building faster and I have more support and foundation, hey, could be more than that, but I can definitely see 4 or 5 people for sure.
Amazing, amazing. I'm sure the African Trade Network will assist you in growing your business so that you actually do employ those 4 to 5 people. I'm very, very optimistic about that. I'm sure it will happen in a matter of time.
Thank you.
I would like to call upon, I see somebody here going by the name of Zoom user. Now that's kind of hard to know.
That's Adak. I'm trying to log in. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Good morning.
But good morning. You're on now, so please go ahead and welcome.
God bless you.
Thank you.
My name is Sadako, here in Los Angeles, and my business, my business are called Zion Mercies Foundation, and what we do is, merciful acts, taking care of children, especially those drop out of school, paying their school fees and, helping their families set up small business that they'll be able to do. And that's in Eastern Nigeria. That's where our focus is in. Yes. And from there also we do little medical, because I'm in the medical line and I've also been a teacher for over 30 years in the college. And I'm planning to also, I'm a nurse by profession, even though I teach, setting up those medical help that we do, from time to time, give them checkup and give them little medication that we have. I'm planning to make it on a bigger level, bigger scale, if possible. Yes. Thank you.
Wow, that's a very noble work you're doing. Congratulations, Madam Sadaku. So how would you like the African Trade Network to help you in accomplishing your vision?
Because when I go home, I have to call some nurses from around to help me check them and give me. They have to buy medications, buy medications, but we have somewhere to buy the medications back there. And then from here, and from here, sending the school fees to take care of their school fees, because many of them now with what is going on in the nation, nobody, no money, nothing. And, uniforms and I'm selling on a small scale. Right now, I only have about how many of them that I'm taking care of that, and I'm the one doing it. So I may need help, to extend it to some more people. Yes.
Wow. I am sure we all have heard you clearly, and there's going to be some progress that could be made in helping you out at Zion Mercies Foundation. So once again, congratulations and thanks for being here.
God bless you.
Thank you. I will now ask Madam Chinyere Eze. I wonder if I clearly pronounced your name.
Good morning. Yes, you did, my brother. How are you?
Very well, thanks. I hope you're keeping well there.
Yes, thank you very much. I apologize. Due to a conflict, I'm unable to be on camera, so I'll just go ahead and speak real fast. Thank you. Like you said already, my name is Chinyere Eze, SICO Healthcare Services and Transport. It is a branch underneath SICO Ventures and Associates LLC. What do? Right here in the United States, I am a psychiatric nurse. I take care of people that are mentally challenged, have mental health issues, and especially all those that are in denial. It's very important that we all be aware that mental health is a big issue in the society at large and across the globe. My vision: back home, we have people that have mental health issues. The society ostracizes them. Once they think, they refer to them as mad people, MAD. That's the language that is used. It is so sad because their family members actually chase them out like, hey, if you're mad, we can help you, we can take care of you, you cannot be in the same environment with us. And so they roam around the streets at large. They have no one to care for them. They have no one to feed them. They have no one to clothe them. And they eat whatever they can find on the streets. It is very sad. And it brings me to tears each time I witness that. And so I came up with this vision. How do I help? The ability to be able to take care of these people back home as well. If I am able to do that right here in the United States, I should be able to extend that back home to be of use to such people. Honestly, what do they need? Shelter, food, feeding, being able to rehabilitate them with the help of medications and some sort of vocational art or work that will keep them engaged. Remember, when the brain is idle, it is the devil's workshop. If we're able to engage them and keep them in line with what life is all about, they can be rehabilitated. They are not worse than those that we witness and take care of right here in the United States, California specifically. It is a moving event. It continues to evolve. And I'm hoping that African Trade Network will be able to come to our aid through me to realize this dream. It will be a thing of joy. The Lord will reward each and every one that dips into their pockets to be able to actualize this dream. I was able to be part of this dream a long time ago when I was a baby. My father used to help such people, but my father is late now. And my spirit has been restless to continue with this dream. I would really love to be able to actualize it. Thank you.
Queen Leba out of San Francisco here. I am I'm working on actually 2 businesses simultaneously, opening up my spa and a girls' home. I'm opening a home for teen moms. And so that's what I'm in the process of. I've found a space actually across the bridge, but I'm trying to locate a space in San Francisco. But I have found something across the bridge, and I guess the support that would be good for me is to definitely capital, needing capital and space, and continue to working this business plan. I'm thankful someone was on here last week that was able to give me the contractor number. So I've reached out to them so that they can come and look at the space for the spa and see how that can get put into place. So that's what I'm doing. I work with, I'm a professionally trained drug and alcohol counselor. So I've worked with a lot of addicts with helping them to get off of substances or practice the harm reduction to try to help them to get clean so that they can better their lives. And I work a lot with mental health. That is my specialty and my area.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. Now, just for matters of clarity, when you talk about a spa, here in Africa, we may have a different type of understanding as far as a spa is concerned. So I just want to know whether it's the same thing, the same kind of services. So what kind of services are you looking to offer in the spa so that we are all clear?
Nails,
especially
feet,
for
massages. Nails,
Okay.
feet, massages. Yes.
Awesome.
So,
Fantastic. Wow. Well, yeah, I just want to, it's exactly the same thing, except here there's usually an addition to things like, wedding packages for, the bride and the groom, services, before the wedding day. So would you like to extend into that area as well, or it's completely another space?
Absolutely. I'm open. I'm completely open. It's a new field for me too. So it's not a field that, my specialty is mental health. I worked with sexual children who's been sexually violated, drug and alcohol, mental illness. That's my specialty. That's where I lay my professionalism is there. So this other thing that I'm venturing into, I am just like, I guess a baby in a child in a candy store, just figuring it all out because I know very little, very, very little about the spa industry, but I've always been extremely interested in it. Yes.
Right. Congratulations, for taking a leap of faith and maybe, using a coach's support when you're jumping into a new field might increase the chances of success. I mean, not saying that you won't succeed without one, but probably you're going to increase the possibilities of success. And
absolutely,
congratulations.
I love to have the coaching. And you're doing an amazing job, brother, with sharing this meeting. I just want to let you know that.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Just trying to do something useful. Thank you so much. Okay. I will now ask, how do I go about it? Yes, Brother Fred Jordan, Honorable Fred Jordan, to come on and share with us. We have heard, I'm sure many of us have heard you on that special day when you really shared some great content. but I'm sure there's going to be a couple of us here who have never heard about you. So welcome. The floor is yours, sir.
Well, thank you, thank you. You are doing a great job of emceeing this meeting, and so happy to be here.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I did come on before, and I talked to Franklin often, very often, and
Okay.
and I'm associated with a number of organizations. And I think my particular push, I do head an engineering firm. We've done 1,000 projects in the western part of the United States, Africa, and Central America. And I very interested in the development of Africa. And I today I'm very interested in collaborating. And I talk to Franklin often so that we can pull together the forces, the different organizations to support what the African Trade Network is doing and what we need to do for the greater motherland, you might say, Africa. And so we're looking right now. I'm specifically working on trying to put together some kind of an investment conference to bring together the corporations of America to invest in Africa, and in that way we can invest in each individual. And so, but I've been involved in the greater scope of development of relations between the Africa diaspora and Africa itself. So that's it. Work at it every day.
Wow. Thank you so much, Brother Fred Jordan.
Thank you very much, James, and you are doing a marvelous job.
Thank you. I appreciate.
I want to commend all of those that I've heard, including the immediate previous speaker, Dr. Pastor, and the concern about the mentally ill in our country, because I think one of the challenges is we're calling the mentally ill homeless. And if we would address it in that way, they're not just homeless, they're mentally ill. And we have systematically and comfortably called this group of Americans, and as the sister pointed out, on the continent, we have these terms that allow us to go home and put our heads on our pillows at night as if all is well and all is not well. So thank you all for what you're doing. My agency is at the Wellness Network and PDK Communications. We're working on a project called Peace Takes Practice that will be announced on the International Day of Peace, which is September 21st. The United Nations celebrates the International Day of Peace around the globe. And I have truly embraced what the artist Leonardo da Vinci said. He said, learn how to see, realize that everything connects to everything else. So as we're talking about growing economically, all of these other things that we talk about connect, because the education of our children, the addressing the needs of those who have mental illness is an economic impact. And stress this morning in America.
Hello, Corinne Tom. Could you please mute yourself?
The stress is causing the economy billions of dollars every year. So our program called Embracing a Culture of Peace is for schools as well as corporations and businesses, small and large. So as you're doing the works that you're doing, think about how am I preparing the people who are actually doing the work, addressing the emotional aspect of existing, and how do we embrace a culture of peace? How do we address the stress that people are dealing with across the board, rich and poor? So any company that would like for us to present to them our proposal for doing the work, on embracing a culture of peace. Many companies have prided themselves in employees who've gone through Six Sigma training or other kinds of processes and procedure trainings, but there's very little, if any, training on how to practice a culture of peace. Stress and the lack of peace is costing people their health, as well as mistakes on the job, as well as I mentioned before, people are missing work every day because of stress and the lack of peace. So anyone who would be interested in me doing a presentation for your agency or can refer me to other companies, as well as churches. I spoke with a pastor last night. Peace is not a part of our practice even in our churches today. As pastors try to pastor, one of the challenges is because peace doesn't exist, but how do we practice that? So that's the work that I do and would love to work with any and all of you.
Wow. Wow, that's very, very deeply moving as well. Have you considered expanding and working in the African continent as well, or you're now currently looking at the US market?
No, sir. The United Nations, as I mentioned, is global. So we have a chapter of the United Nations here. And absolutely, I would love, because it is a global problem. Stress was declared a global epidemic before COVID. And now with COVID, we're not documenting the number of people who are dying because of the stress related to the deaths of COVID and the fear of getting COVID and other kinds of illnesses. So absolutely.
Wow, wow. Well, thank you so much, Madam Pamela. I'm sure there's going to be some of us here who would refer you to different organizations and companies, and we wish you success. I'm sure at some point we will see you in Africa. You're welcome as well.
Thank you so much again. This meeting was fantastic. We love you all, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Still around?
Yes.
Okay.
See you on Saturday.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
bye.